Live. We are live, and I had a little snort. Had a little snort. Looking good. Okay, going live. All right, here we go. So, first things first. Um, Hi, I'm here. It's me. Can you see me? I'll put my head right down here on the drawing table. Um, so this is going to be the first episode of um, a series where I am going to not really give you too many fundamentals, but kind of just show you my process for making um, a cool dojo picture. So kind of an art class. Um, it's going to be about a half an hour long. I'm going to end it at 10 o'clock. So from here on out, you'll see um, just we're just going to start with a basic shape and see what it turns into. I have no idea what we're going to do, but we're going to try it. Okay, so here we go. And you have to bear with me because I got a few cougher scenes happening. Um, I like to draw with mechanical pencils, and it's always a good idea to have a fresh set available at all times. And I am going to also use a kneaded eraser. I prefer these over gum erasers. Um, Hopefully this camera view is going to be okay. Might have to get in a little bit closer on some parts. But I think what we're going to do is, just for this first picture, I also like to use a white eraser. This one's kind of ode. Um, but for tonight, since I can't find my other ones, we're going to use the old kneadered eraser. Kneadered. Um, I don't think I'm too loud for everybody up circles. But let's see. Oh no, I already got hair on it. Okay, let's just get into it. I think maybe what we'll start off with tonight is I'm gonna do a figure. I'm gonna get myself situated here. I think we're in a good spot. Hopefully my head doesn't get in the way of the camera, but we're just gonna go ahead and start working here. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and do this one. I've had this one in mind for a while. Um, Now, what they'll teach you in classes is something we call gesture drawing. Now, I've had this idea in my mind for a little while, um, and you might see it in the next coloring book. But this isn't exactly how I have it in there. Anyway, so what I'm going to start with here is a basic gesture drawing, not a figure, because this isn't going to be necessarily a traditional figure. This is going to be a monster. Can you say monster? Sir, there's a monster? Where's the monster? There's a monster on my window? There's a monster? Where's the monster? Okay, so I like to do monsters. And this monster is going to be mostly teeth. No eyes, just a wad of teeth. Kind of think maybe like Baraka, but not. I want the teeth to be a bit more pronounced. And he's going to have uneven horns. Yeah, I'm already liking this. So when we're doing this, when we make a monster like this, you can make them out of proportion however you want to make them. If you're making a monster, don't feel like you have to make it. Let me turn this hand around. Even this is going to be a hand. It's going to be. We need to minimize not the amount of knuckle that we show until we want to show it. So kind of work in silhouette. He's even going to have spicules on his shoulders. And I'm going to have this hand be here. Change that around. And see, I'm already getting to the eraser. Your eraser is a good tool. It's always a good tool. I had a professor in college that said the computer is a good tool. It's a good tool. He's from Indonesia. He's an extremely good artist. Not that wonderful at teaching what to look for. When he was an illustration teacher, actually, he was very, very good. He was very talented, and he just couldn't teach how to do stuff. That, or maybe we just didn't want to listen. All right, so this thing is going to be oddly shaped. And it's not going to have two legs, but it will have three legs. And hell, maybe it can have even a fourth hand or a third hand. Make it even weirder. Like almost like a spider and a bull and Goro all rolled into one. And it's going to have hind like legs. We're going to put some rubble down here so it can have something to stand on. And when I envisioned this, I kind of wanted it to be, we're not scratching this out, we're putting in a layer of what will be shade underneath here. This is all sketch. And even put this arm going behind here. Like it's almost like it's a puny arm. And then we can have another one. Yeah, that'd be fun. That sounds cool. I'm sure there's a Greek mythology character that has multiple arms and legs. This is going to be kind of a valley. Inside a cavern. I'm going to put some stalactites up here. Stalactites. I like to draw muscles because I figured this out. Why I like to draw muscles is because it's easier to keep your characters in some kind of proportion. You know how long to make a thigh whenever you have a head and a pectoral and a neck and the shoulders. If you make a head small, it makes the body look big, and then you can proportion it. Get some little nostrils. All right, we're gonna have to run that off the page. All right, now if I turn this digital, I might expand the cave sides, but for here, how much time do we have left? All right, we are at 12 minutes in. Definitely want to get some kind of form in. These are only going to be 12-minute segments. I'm not going to do a speed run on these until we get to the end. I think what the idea here is that if you've listened to the brainstorm show that I do every once in a while, came up with this idea today to do a series of classes that will teach you hopefully how to necessarily, if you're going to necessarily draw, but maybe just kind of make creative decisions on the fly. So, like I said, this was going to be a mouth. And we may get a little tooly here. So I'm going to get in, if you can see this, I'm getting in on the gums. I'm going to get in on the gums. Because everybody see these okay? Like this. Seems like the resolution. I'm looking at this also. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, that looks good now. Okay. All right, what we're doing here, these are not the teeth. These are the gums. Todd McFarlane likes to make lots of teeth. And if you've ever seen any of his how to draw things, they're always kind of neat. He likes to add extra to his work. Like I have heard him once. I heard him say that the idea with Spawn's cape was if Todd was not doing well on hands or a thigh, or he just couldn't get a body part to work. Maybe he's got an eye back here somewhere, but right where we can't see is that. And we're going to give him some spikes. What Todd would say is, if I couldn't quite get a hand to work, he would cover it with Spawn's cape. That's why the cape, that's the biggest help for why the cape was there and why it was so big. And he's told the story several times that whenever the editors at Marvel didn't like the way he would make Spider-Man, he just wouldn't listen to him, and he would do what he wanted to do anyway. Which is not a super great philosophy. All right, there's debris down here. All right, maybe we'll put a guy here. He's down here doing this. He's got a shield up some way. And we'll silhouette him out, maybe. Try and get him a little less Captain America looking. Maybe there's another guy down here. All right, yeah, cool. And we're going to have to put some other stuff in the background back here. And we'll put these as some stalagmites down here. So, kind of what I'm doing, just a messy old demon. And maybe it's some kind of titan. He is bound in some way. All right, I think we got a pretty good base here. Turning this into some kind of demon. Is it the devil? Is it a titan? Who knows? But he is gross. Some spittle coming out. Okay. All right. Now, the question is, what are we going to do with the genitals? Do we give it genitals or do we give it a loincloth? I don't think we can give it genitals on YouTube. So we are just going to have to loin this guy. It's not particularly any one character yet. I'm going to get this over here minimized. Anybody else watching? Nope. Not yet, anyway. Let's just give it 3 fingers. No, he's got 2 up there. Maybe we can give him another one over here. Give him another couple sets of fingers over here. Like I said, the fun part about drawing monsters is that they don't have to look like anything. They can be whatever you want it to be. These are your monsters. Yeah. Maybe he's just got 3 on one side. 3 legs, 5 arms. Sure. Why not? Knuckle, knuckle, knuckle. Fist. Just outline like hell whenever you're sketching. You can just get your idea of what you want this thing to be. Maybe that goes over. Maybe that would work better for this arm. That work better there? Yeah, let's go with that. This arm will be behind. See? It's the beauty of working in a drawing. Be cramped. And get some more debris bits in here. You can even have some debris falling. All right. All right, cool. All right, how much time we got left? All right, we got 6 minutes left. We'll let this one go just a tad longer so we can kind of flesh this out a little more evenly. Another spicule there. Added a couple more little spicules there. All right, we got to give him some kind of loincloth here. So we're going to give him it's been torn up. Yeah, all right, what we're doing here is putting on a little cloth. Some kind of demon. Some kind of demon. You're not a demon, are you? All right, so we got that. Yeah, I think we'll go up a tad. Spikes on the knees. Toesies. Okay, getting there. It's like maybe he's been trampling through this place. And there's lots of broken debris back here that goes all the way into the back. Maybe he's the guardian of maybe he's the guardian of the way out. We made that arm just a tad too long, but we're going to add some spicules to it. All right, getting there. Might let this go just a tad longer. Maybe we can add some. Maybe we can add a pillar or something here to make some. Motion. Oh, get a little off to the side. That better? All right. Give this thing a mean silhouette. So we can see it better. Oh yeah. His legs and stuff go off that way. He's gonna have to have a wider body. Some spicules on his ribs. All right. Sorry, I got to get better about talking during these things. But once I get done with this, nobody's really watching the live feed. All right, let's give him a good torso. All right, spike you on that thumb. Just a little idea shading here. Let me kind of flesh this thing out a tad. Now, yeah, we gotta give this hand a little more loving. I don't think all of these limbs are gonna have some kind of bracelet on them, which I'm kind of thinking it's more of a shackle. Yeah, it's getting there. Take the old Michelangelo approach. I don't know what that is. Kind of outline these shades. Give us a better idea of where they end. Eraser is your friend. Oh, well, I guess if that one's going to have some spicules, right? That a little bit longer. Okay, we're getting there. I know we're kind of all over the place here. I think that's looking pretty cool. Getting there? All right. Get pretty close. I don't necessarily think that this is the classic depiction, maybe of hell or anything, but maybe this is like Tartarus, and this is some kind of Titan, maybe, or maybe it's just what is actually down there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, cool. All right. Okay, cool. I think we'll call that ready as far as a little sketcher scene goes. Yeah, that looks cool. That's getting there. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so that's the end of episode one. A little long, but I had a little bit of an intro there. So what we're gonna do on the next ep is maybe flesh out some of these, kind of clean it up. I've got a light pad that I've used sometimes, but I think what we're going to do is just do this the traditional way, and we're going to ink this dude. Um, Maybe add a couple more little tiny details, but all in all, I think this is pretty cool, and I think it makes a fun scene. Um, Let me scooch this over so we can see the full thing. I think we're getting a couple of those hands are a little cut off on the angle here on YouTube. Yeah, so I think this is cool. Like I said, we're going to use our eraser next time, and maybe either we can take this and we can turn it into a full-fledged, just original piece. Maybe color it in with color pencils, and then we can duplicate it on the computer, clean it up on there. But I think for right now, that's what we're going to do for episode one, and we'll let this get up to the 40-minute mark, and we will continue making this piece maybe finished on the next episode. So the next time I think I'm going to do this is probably going to be Thursday night. So we'll try and do this again Thursday night, 9 or 9:30, and see how this worked out for us, and we'll go from there. So again, this is Cool Dojo Drawing Class. I think that's going to be the tentative title for right now, and we'll go on from here and make more on this piece. And this will be the first piece that we do for the foreseeable series. All right. Thanks, everybody.